Okay, here we are, Matthew Russell Lee, Inner City Press, here at the United Nations. It's today, Monday, January 16th, 2023. We're covering the courts downtown where the UN has been found repeatedly to be taking bribe money, largely from Chinese state entities like Eng Lap Seng and Patrick Ho and the China Energy Fund Committee. But there's other kinds of corruption. There's sexual abuse. There was a UN rapist called Karim Al-Karani who was just sentenced to, I believe, 15 years for raping 13 aid workers, drugging and raping them, including inside the United States. Now, you'd think that the U.S. government would say enough is enough. Let me turn to this way. There's the U.S. mission to the UN. You'd assume that the U.S. would say, wait a second, you've got a guy raping women in the United States in the name of the UN. You're taking our money to cover it up. But in fact, for whatever reason, they're singing the praises of the UN, despite all odds. Despite the fact that the UN has failed largely on Ukraine. In fact, Antonio Guterres has sought to sell ammonia to benefit Vladimir Putin. Today's topic inside the Security Council is inside the tall building behind me. There's a Security Council. It's on the second floor. I used to stand in front of it and ask questions. No one wanted to answer them. I asked, for example, why didn't you do anything to stop genocide in Sri Lanka? And China said, because we don't have to. And the U.S. said, oh, we love the UN. That's what they're saying, and today's topic is Yemen. Now, of course, the U.S. government's in a strange position because they've largely supported Saudi Arabia blasting civilians. Of course, they've gone after the Houthis, and to the degree they're connected with Iran, maybe it's a legitimate inquiry. But blowing up children is never a good thing, and the U.S. has engaged in it. Now, the current administration is a little more nuanced in its position, but what it's not nuanced in is in defending the indefensible, in defending Karim Al-Karani. They put out a little statement days after the conviction, not by Linda Thomas-Greenfield, not by Antony Blinken, but by their ambassador for reform, total oxymoron with the UN, and they never followed up. And the one press that raised the issue of Karim Al-Karani and this corruption, Inner City Press, was physically thrown out and is still banned from the UN, and they've done nothing. Martin Luther King Day, to be continued.